Hello everyone, welcome to the second video in getting started with generative AI apps series. In this video, we'll see how to create a Langchain chat prompt template and dynamically pass the variables to the chat. In the first video, we have seen the development environment details, then how to install Langchain packages into Google Colab, how to generate groq API and build a very basic language translator. Now here, we'll see how to create chat prompt template. So this helps to create dynamic and reusable prompts, and this supports messages like system message, human messages. We have seen what is system message and human message in the previous video, and this supports templating with Python variables. So let's start coding. This is the output from our previous video. So here, if you give any language here, it will try to translate that output into the particular given language. Now we'll try to create a template for this. So first I'll import chat prompt template. So here from Langchain underscore core dot prompts import chat prompt template. So there is a typo here. I'll give Langchain, run it. Then here I'll just create a prompt. Prompt equal to chat prompt template from message, and we can give it in this format. So let me just try giving that. Now as a system message, it is passing this language, and in the human message, it is passing a text. Now if you want to see this input, what we can do, we can pass this from a Python variable. So I'll create a variable here. User input equal to, I'll use Python input, and I'll give a message, enter text to translate. And before that, here we'll try printing the prompt so that you'll get some idea on the prompt data. Let me run the code. So this is the actual prompt. Here we'll be able to see the actual template. So under template, we can see translate the following from English into Tamil. And here we have a variable called text. Now, if I convert this also into a variable, I will call this output language, and one prompt is waiting here. I'll stop this and run it again. Now we have two variables. So now this can automatically identify the variables. Now I'll stop this, and here I'll even give one more variable, output language, and I'll give enter output language. Here we have a prompt and two user input option. And if you want to see the actual message it is framing, what we can do, I'll give a print here. It is an optional step. Print prompt dot invoke. Then so you'll be able to see the text. And in the text area, we are going to give the user input. And in the output language, we are going to give the output language data. So what this is going to do, on this prompt, it is going to invoke with these inputs. So let me just try running. So enter the word text to translate and output language. I'll give. So actually this is not translating the data, but it is, you can see here, it is framing the actual text. This has not sent the data into the LLM. So this is, we are just invoking into the prompt and trying to find out what it is trying to send. So it is framing a system message, and system message is having the content translate the following from English into Tamil. And the human message is, how are you? And you can see here, system and human. So it is able to easily convert it into the relevant formats. Now we'll see how to use the chain. Chain provides a pipeline approach to chaining multiple components. This enables structured prompting, model invocation, and output parsing. Here we can see one example. So we have already created a prompt, and then we can chain it with model, and we'll see what is str output parser. Before that, we'll just try to chain this prompt and model, and then chain, we can do a chain dot invoke and print the response. So let me just try that. I'll create a chain equal to prompt and chain dot invoke, and let me just try running this. I'll give enter, and you can see the Tamil translation of this, and this is sending a lot of information. So if you want to get only the content, what we can do is response dot content, run it. I'll give Hindi, I'll give how are you, then Hindi. So now it is printing only the text content. So instead of this, what we can do is in the import, I'll import from Langchain core, then dot output parsers, import std output parser. Now instead of, I'll remove the content, and here I'll give even std output parser. Now you can avoid giving the content. Enter. I'll give I did not run the import, so let me just try running this. Now I'll run this. So you can see the Malayalam translation of how are you. And the large language models have billions of parameters which are pre-trained using large dataset. When you are setting the context, so what you're doing is you are guiding the model to focus on the particular area. Sometimes these models won't respond accurately. That time, by adding more details, constraints, or context in the system message, we can actually shape the AI response. Now we'll see how to use same chain for multiple languages. So let me just take a copy of this. I'll paste it here, and then I'll add the response again. And now in the first prompt, we are going to ask user to enter the user input and output language. After that, we are going to use same user input. So only output language is going to change. So now this is going to translate same input into multiple languages. So we'll translate into 3 languages. So let us just try running this. I haven't given the print here. Let me just stop it. Give a print response. Print response. So we'll run it again. So you can see all these 3 language translations. So we are using same chain for all these 3 translations. I hope this video was helpful for you to understand how to use chat prompt template. In the next video, we'll see how to create a very basic app using Streamlit.